Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Prescription for Career Success podcast. I'm Dr. Christy Taylor, and today we're talking about something that honestly doesn't get enough attention: job scams. Now, I know this sounds like one of those things you think only happens to other people, but I'm here to tell you it can happen to anyone. And believe it or not, I've even had scammers reach out to me personally. The message came to my regular phone number, pretending to be from a recruiter, and then tried to move the conversation to WhatsApp. And I knew right away what was going on, but I played along for a bit just so I could see how far they'd take it, and well, so I could talk about it with you. The scary part? These scams don't always come through sketchy websites or email addresses you've never seen before. They're showing up on legitimate platforms like Indeed or Monster. Sometimes they look incredibly polished. And when you're deep in a job search, hoping for good news, it's easy to let your guard down. That's exactly what scammers are counting on. Here's what I want you to know. If the communication feels a little off, if the language seems strange, the grammar is awkward, or you're seeing company names that don't match the job description, that's a sign to pause. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a scam, but it definitely means you need to investigate. And here's the thing: real recruiters aren't going to ask you to complete the entire hiring process through WhatsApp or Telegram. A quick text to confirm an interview? Sure. But if they want to run everything through a messaging app and won't even email you from a company domain, that's not it. I've also seen scammers create a sense of urgency, telling you that the role needs to be filled immediately or that you only have a few hours to accept the offer. That urgency is a tactic. Real employers don't operate like that. If someone's pressuring you to submit personal documents quickly or trying to rush you into accepting an offer before you've even had an interview, walk away fast. Another huge red flag is when they start asking for sensitive information early in the process, like your social security number, banking details, or a scanned copy of your ID. That's not normal. A real employer might ask for that down the line after you've gone through a formal hiring process and received an official offer letter. But not up front. Never up front. And let's talk about the companies themselves. If you've never heard of them, look them up. See if they have a website. Check their LinkedIn. Google their name with the word scam next to it and see what comes up. And please, check that the job you're being offered actually exists on the company's Real Careers page. If it's not there, big red flag. Lastly, I want to touch on something that pulls a lot of people in the too good to be true job description. I've seen offers promising six-figure salaries for entry-level work, remote roles with no interviews required, and immediate start dates after filling out a quick form. If it sounds a little too perfect, it probably is. So, what do you do if something feels off? First, trust yourself. That instinct you feel? Don't ignore it. Take a moment to slow down. Verify everything. Look up the recruiter on LinkedIn. Call the company directly. Ask someone you trust, a mentor, a coach, even a colleague, to take a look. Scammers thrive when we're tired, overwhelmed, or desperate for a yes. That's why this topic matters so much, because protecting your energy and your personal data is just as important as landing the right role. And if you're feeling overwhelmed in your job search and want guidance on navigating it with confidence, I invite you to join our 21-day Career Pivot Challenge. Over 3 weeks, we help you clarify your career direction, create strategies that actually work, and take actionable steps toward your next role. It's all about staying focused, strategic, and empowered throughout your job search. Just head over to our events page in the description box and register. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Prescription for Career Success podcast. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and remember, The right opportunity will never ask you to compromise your safety.